Tom.
I said on your feet. You want us to drag you out?
It won't be necessary, boys. I think we just calmly sit down, we have a couple of beers.
I said...
Cut it out! Cut it out! What's going on here?
This bastard and his goons went out to the farm and did the old man over.
I went out to ask him a few questions, Sergeant. He started to get...
That's a... Hold it! First man who throws a punch goes straight into the cells, understood? Right, how is he?
He'll live.
The old boy started it, Sergeant.
Shut up
Hey, we
now!
want a few questions.
One more word from you and you're gone. Right, back to the farm. I'll deal with this. If you want a drink, have it at the Grand or buy something to take with you. Tell your old man I'll sort it out with him first thing in the morning.
All right, so this bastard gets...
I said I'll deal with it.
Will you just make sure that he gets what's coming to him, all right?
Good night. Go on, scram. You two. You, front desk of the station, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Don't make me come looking for you.
Now, look, Sergeant...
And don't make me repeat it. Now, finish your drinks and bugger off.
I'm booked in here at the pub.
I couldn't care less. 10 o'clock. Got it? No. It's your shout.
Oh, don't you worry. I gave as good as I got. When I got my arms free, that is.
You ought to lay charges. Assault, trespassing on private property.
Bugger 'em. I've got better things to do with me time. They won't be back.
You ought to at least make your point, Bob. Teach them a lesson.
That type never learn. Be like trying to domesticate a feral cat. Just a waste of bloody effort.
About the harvester. If we don't find it, the finance company's bound to press charges.
Against who? Me?
Who else is there? You're the registered owner. You're the one who stands to make the most if it doesn't turn up.
Now, I had nothing to do with it. Now, you got my word on that. Look, sure, times are tough. I got a mortgage the size of the Great Australian Bight. But I play by the rules, Tom.
Even if playing by the rules means you might eventually lose the property.
Now, what am I going to do after all these years? Turn me back on everything I've been taught? Go feral like them bastards that were out at my place yesterday? Look, in my book, a man is only as good as his word. And when he's not worth knowing.
Boss, Nick said to tell you he's gone over to search Dave Tufnell's place. We're having some trouble locating the next of kin.
Good, Something else?
Yeah, there is actually. It's kind of a personal matter.
Boss, I got Frank Carruthers next door, and the lad is very, very nervous. I reckon we're onto something.
Can it wait?
Yeah, sure.
Frank, you know Sergeant Croydon?
G'day, Sergeant.
Frank was just telling us, Sergeant, he was out of the Crowley property only last week.
It was just to pick Grace up. We were going out to dinner.
Last week. And you haven't been back since? Like the night before last, for instance?
Night before last? No, not me.
Mount Thomas 608 have arrived at deceased's residence. Looks like there's a visitor. You lose something?
You startled me.
Yeah, I can see that. What are you doing here?
Oh, nothing. I read about David's death in the paper and I just thought that I might...
David? You were a friend of the deceased?
I knew him, yes.
Oh, good. We've been having all sorts of trouble trying to trace his next of kin.
Oh, well, I can't really help with that. I didn't know him all that well.
Well, just enough to go through his personal effects.
David borrowed something from me a few years ago. I just wanted it back.
It?
It was something personal. Something totally without value or meaning to anyone but me.
But you're not saying what it is.
I said it was personal.
And it's not among the items you've already got in your car.
They're just some books and some figurines. They're hardly the crown jewels, Constable.
They're not the sort of things someone would take who didn't know him all that well.
I'm not a thief.
I'd like you to come down to the station and answer a few questions.
Is that really necessary? Look, I'll just return the things from the car, all right? Can we just forget this ever happened?
No, I'm afraid we can't. Not unless you can explain exactly what it is you're doing here and what your relationship was with the deceased.
He's lying. It's written all over his face. Grace gets the family out for the night. Frank drives to the farm, picks up the harvester and then stashes it where it won't be found until after the insurance money comes through. He's a boyfriend. The least he can do is help try and save the family farm.
Do whatever you have to do. I'll make sure Frank's in sight when you bring her in. Make sure she gets a good look at him. Now, Thomas Police. Constable!
Don't worry. I'll be discreet.
Make a nice change. Pardon? Pardon? Madam, this is not a beauty parlour, it's the local police station. I don't care what it says in the paper, I'm telling you, it's the police station. Someone's idea of a joke.
Boss, could I have that word with you now?
Yeah.
It's about the house, boss, and Roz.
What's wrong with the house? Not up to city standards?
Oh, no, nothing like that, no, it's just...
Mount Thomas Police? Yeah, I'll let him know. Yeah, he'll be there in 10 minutes. How was the hospital? Seems you were due there half an hour ago.
I was?
You delivered a dead body yesterday?
Yeah.
Then you've got an autopsy to attend. The morgue's different here, son. Whoever signs off the body also has to assist the GMO with the autopsy.
You're kidding me. Hey, Nick didn't say anything about that yesterday.
You better get your skates on. They're waiting.
Your first, is it?
Yeah.
It'll be all over in a flash. One of my more illustrious predecessors was known to complete an examination in under 30 minutes. Mine takes slightly longer. Right, shall we strike another blow for medical science? "10:52 a.m., Tuesday the 6th of September. Subject's name, David Arthur Tufnell, male, 53 years old. Scalpel, please, Constable.
The poetical works of Byron. Mr. Tufnell fancied a bit of poetry, did he? To dearest David, all my love, Lynette. Mrs. Radcliffe, we have no desire to pry into your personal affairs, but if you could just explain why you're at the deceased's this morning.
I can't do that, Sergeant.
Are you any relation to the Radcliffes at Lake End?
They're my husband's family. Please, I'd appreciate it if you kept them completely out of this.
Mrs. Radcliffe?
David and I were friends. We shared an interest in poetry. That's all I can tell you.
Sorry, no facials and no manicures. Madam, this is definitely the Mount Thomas police station. Well, then you better give the local paper a call. Bye-bye.
Beauty parlour.
Look, how long am I expected to wait here? I've got things to do.
You'll have to take that up with the sergeant, Mr. Miller.
I don't think I won't. Get him out here.
We're taking a run out to the Tufnell place.
Did you get any calls for a beauty parlour this morning, mate?
Yeah, I did. I got two. They said they saw him advertised in the local paper.
Look, you've got nothing on me. I don't have to be here if I don't want to be. There's nothing to stop me giving you the big A and walking out right now.
This may or may not be true, Mr. Miller. Why don't you put it to the test, eh?
Anyone with the boss, PJ?
Nope.
Through here, Miss Crowley.
How's it going, Grace?